MSG is the network for New York Rangers hockey, and we're live at the world's most famous arena. It's hard to believe the Rangers will play a revenge match against the Columbus Blue Jackets, but they will tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Al Trautwig. It was the 9th of November. The Rangers got smacked around on the scoreboard 6-3, and then, after 152 penalty minutes, bad blood ensued. Now, I don't know if it's going to carry over, but Sam Rosen and John Davidson were just moments ago viciously having a food fight with the announcers from Columbus.
We did that already with the announcers for the Islanders.
Yeah. We won.
Good evening, everyone. What candle are we lighting tonight?
Fifth, Sam.
Fifth night of Hanukkah.
Yes.
I want to wish our Jewish viewers a happy Hanukkah. Now, for the New York Rangers, things went very well at the end the other night, John. Good finish late in the game, and they found some scoring in the Nedved line.
Certainly did, Sam. The Rangers have won 5 of their last 6 on home ice tonight. They have a chance to get back once again to the 500 mark. Just that alone makes this a big game. And I think playing Columbus, a team that struggled somewhat on the road to win games, they should get ready and go to work and try to win this thing, of course. The line that got together was Nedved, Bure as a new connection along with Petrovitsky on the left side. Bure is starting to score. Peter Nedved leads all Ranger forwards with 19 points. It's a gorgeous goal right there on the rush. So to see a line come together like that and to get Pavel Bure scoring is certainly a bonus. Here's Petrovitsky put on a line late with Messier and Samuelson. He scored. He's been a bonus for the Rangers. So you've got a line there that can get to the front of the net, a line with a lot of speed, and it's nice to see Nedved and Bure clicking.
And everybody hoping that Pavel Bure will continue to roll. He's had 4 goals in his last 7 games. Now, one thing the Rangers found out in Columbus, the Blue Jackets have players who can score as well, and Andrew Castles has been a tremendous addition to that team.
They've got a forward group that are not real big, but boy, are they fast, and are they ever good with the puck, and are they ever good on the power play. This Columbus power play is ranked 4th overall in the NHL, so pay attention to that. Castles is a playmaker. He signed on here after being in Vancouver, and he can set plays up all over the ice, especially with Sanderson, as you saw there. Sanderson has great speed. This is Ray Whitney. He's a player that can play on the point on their power play, so a lot of times you see Columbus, when they have their power play, they go with 4 forwards, just like you see here. Castles, Whitney, Sanderson, and Sillinger, all 4 forwards in on the play there. Of course, that was a power play goal. Pay attention to these guys. Whitney doesn't play on the same line as Castles and Sanderson. The young kid, Nash, looks like he's going to be up there, but pay attention when this team is on the power play, and the best way to pay attention to that, stay out of the penalty box.
All right, everyone's talking it down, John, but there has to be some carryover of emotion from the last meeting. That game ended with a lot of rough stuff in it.
Well, it was a nasty game, and it really started in the exhibition season. That was a clean hit by Malakoff late on Nash, the young player. Shelley comes flying in from behind. He had been involved earlier in the game with Purinton and with Oliva. Here's a hard hit by Kasparaitis on Huvanen. He went down and looked to be hurt on the play. So this was just the last few seconds. As you see there, Kerry Fraser lectured the Rangers, and the puck was dropped, but the Rangers didn't pay attention to the lecture. Christophe Oliva, who was doing his thing, ended up with a suspension, hasn't seen the ice since. The Rangers paid with a couple of suspensions and with some money going the other way. But the one thing about it, it's over with. The Rangers paid their debt, and all in all, except for a couple of games, the Rangers have played better as a team since that. But the key is to play as a team and to play to your potential, not to the other team's style of play. And Columbus will come in here and play hard, but the Rangers just need to play their game and play hard themselves.
And the Rangers looking for the win that will get them to the 500 mark. We'll be set to go. Rangers and Blue Jackets right after these messages. Back at Madison Square Garden, Rangers and Blue Jackets getting set, and the man who's played more games than any other goaltender in the NHL this season, Marc Denis, starts it off for Columbus. He started all but 1 game for the Blue Jackets this season, and Dan Blackburn in his 13th consecutive start, 6-4-2 in his 12 games that he started in succession. And
Junior
the player of the month for November, Dan Blackburn, donation to the Junior Rangers Youth Hockey.
$5,000.
Very nice.
Now you can go on the website and vote yourself.
Closed captioning brought to you by the New York State Smokers Quit Line. And tonight's New York Rangers High Definition broadcast is presented by Panasonic, Ideas for Life. Nedved, Bure, and Petrovitsky with Leach and Cody open it up for the Rangers. Jeff Sanderson, number 8. Andrew Castles, number 25. Rick Nash, number 61. The top line for Columbus. Blue Jackets have won only 1 of their last 5. 1-4 in the last 5. Only 2 wins in their last 10. 2-6-1-1. Pody to Nedved. Back to Pody. Centers and it's broken up. Driving hard to the net was Petrovitsky.
Good back
and
check
he wound
job.
up knocking the net off the mooring.
Good back check job by Castles. How about the top line for Columbus, Sam? Number 61, who scored 2 goals in the game in Columbus when Columbus beat the Rangers. He's 18 years old, the big kid Nash. 18 years old, 6'3", 195. You put him on the scales 2 years from now, that 195 will be 215. On the top line at 18 years of age. How's that for getting
good young player?
Boy.
First pick overall. Messier wins the draw. Malakoff shot at the outside of the net. Rangers without Darius Kasparaitis. He is scratched at back spasms. Rode the bike hard today and shouldn't be out too long. Chance for Samuelson, the backhander glove by Denis.
Rangers look a little sharp here early. Messier beat Sillinger on the draw. Sillinger is really good on faceoffs. Messier won it back, and the low shot by Malakoff went off the side of the goalpost. And this is the play where Dvorak, who's playing left wing, moved the puck to Samuelson for the lazy shot. There's the win by Messier.
Rangers trying to get back to the 500 mark for the first time since October the 19th when they were 2-2-2. Dvorak to Samuelson. The shot blocked by Scott LaChance. Messier through to Malakoff. Saved Denis.
Oh, they're sharp, Sam. The Rangers are sharp. We're a minute 2 seconds in, but they're making good plays. And I know it's really early here, believe me, but they're sharp. This is a great pass by Dvorak to Samuelson. He can't get the shot. Watch Messier's pass. He looks on Malakoff moving in, but he couldn't beat Denis. Beautiful pass, good quick shot. Denis with a nice save. Rangers have already forced now their third face-off in the Columbus zone.
Rem Murray takes it, wins it. Lefebvre with a shot went wide. David Karpa in his third consecutive game is playing right defense, paired with Sylvain Lefebvre with Kasparaitis out of the lineup.
So Lefebvre, who usually plays right defense, Sam, with Kasparaitis, has to move to the left side.
It's interesting talking to Dave Karpa, who returned to the lineup as a forward in Dallas. Said it was the first time in 11 years he'd played forward. David Verborny, number 9, moves it out. Long shot from the point by Spacek went wide. Kept in by Luke Richardson. Sent around by Karpa out of the zone. Recovered by Yaroslav Spacek. Spacek who came over from Chicago where he played last year. He beat Huberman, Hannes Huberman, number 24, with Matt Davidson, no relation to J.D., and Jody Shelley, number 45, the big rough guy. Oh, we have to make that play.
He's got a sore nose. He got popped one on the
Shelley.
Yeah. Eric Cairns of the Islanders got into a scrap and popped him once. So I think he may be having a little problem with a sore nose. He's a respectful guy, Sam. Shelley is. He talked to Joe Whalen, our producer, and he was saying that, you know something, yeah, I'm a tough guy, and I was brought here. If I have to fight, I have to fight. You can see wearing the visor because of the problems with the nose, which you wouldn't normally wear. But he said, listen, I look at Sandy McCarthy, and I see him playing right now, and I see him getting some offense. I'd like to do that, too. I got into the league because I can drop my gloves, but I really like to learn the game and improve and be able to be more of just a player than a fighter, which I thought was pretty good.
I think so, too, John.
Sometimes you have to find a way to get into the league, Sam.
And a lot of guys have done that.
Yeah.
And
Knuckles Nyland.
Ty Domi. Ty Domi's had a tremendous career in the NHL. Tom Pody to Brian Leetch. Leetch shoots wide. Dvorak on with Messier and Samuelson. Sillinger knocked it away. Dvorak checked by Duvie Westcott, number 42, just called up today by Columbus.
They have some injuries on their blue line. Jean-Luc Grandpierre and Allison, 2 defensemen are out with injuries.
Spacek playing it back as his teammates had to get onside. 3 minutes into the game, no score. Grant Marshall, number 29, is on. Back behind the net. Malakoff touches up. It's an icing on the Blue Jackets. Budweiser salutes America's designated drivers. We all make a difference. Ryan Trottier doing a lot of individual work with the players, John. Watching him at the morning skate. Went over to Rico Fata, talked about certain positioning and handling the puck. Same thing with Radek Dvorak. There's a lot of good individual work.
Did a lot of good stuff when he was in Colorado. I wonder if they miss him in Colorado for that.
Nedved with a good pass in front. It was knocked away by Spacek from Bure. Good play by Petrovitsky. Took it away from Sanderson to keep the puck deep. Spacek moves it for Nash, who was stopped by Purinton. Petrovitsky with a shot, hit the post. And the rebound went wide by Bore on the backhand.
Bore had an open net. Denis didn't even know where the puck was, and he missed.
Denis made a save. Purinton shot, another save by Denis, and sucked into the netting. Petrovitsky had 2 steals, John, in the zone.
First one off Sanderson. And the line here of Nedved and the line of Messier both look really sharp. Watch this shot here. I thought it went in, but obviously it hit the right goal post and out. And then Bore, with Denis looking, Denis was looking in our direction. He thought he had scored. Petrovitsky did. Denis was looking over in our direction, and Bore was to his left and missed the open side on the backhand.
Rem Murray on the face-off, taken away. David Vaborny, number 9, dumps it in.
4 minutes in, Sam, and you see the Rangers are playing hockey, right? No revenge factor. It doesn't. You have to win games and not worry about the other stuff.
Tommy Kallio, number 17, just came over in a trade with Atlanta that was consummated last night. Saved by Blackburn. First shot on goal for Columbus. A little over 4 minutes in. Lindros, Murray, and McCarthy, the line for the Rangers. Lindros takes over, comes out in front and shoots. It was blocked, and it's taken by Kallio. He chips it off the boards out of the zone.
The Kallio kid was sent down to the minors by Atlanta. He refused to go. Sat around for a month. In fact, rented his own ice so he could just skate to stay in shape, and then finally traded to Columbus. He's on kind of a tryout, Sam, for a month. And if he plays well, he's got a lot of speed. If he plays well, he'll stay. If he doesn't play well, he'll be moved.
That cross-ice pass deflected on goal, and Denis had it batted away. Nedved gave it away. Back the other way is Westcott. Doobie Westcott, number 42, stopped by Pody. One-on-one. Petrovitsky moves across. Looks. Pass goes through. Taken off the boards by Huberman. Can't clear. Pody's got it. Cross-ice. Bure. Quick shot. Tough save. Denis.
Nice pass by Pody, who's moving the puck well, playing the best hockey as a Ranger that he's played. The Rangers are moving the puck nicely.
Very well, John.
Let's see how close. That's a kind of a fake shot pass to Bore, and a quick snapshot that Denis made look real easy. That was a shot off the goal post by Petrovitsky. And Bore put the puck in behind him. Look at the puck behind him, Sam. How close was that?
I would say
3 inches.
About 3 inches. Spacek moves it. One off the skate, stays in the Columbus zone. Sillinger playing it across to Luke Richardson.
Early here, Columbus fortunate they're not down by 2. Real fortunate.
Here's Mike Sillinger. Messier against Ray Whitney, and it's out of the zone. Put back in, offside Columbus. 5.5 minutes in.
I asked Dvorak about playing the left side as he is now, normally on the right side with Peter Nedved. He said, listen, when I played in Florida, before I was moved to the Rangers, I played a lot of left wing. And then over in the Czech Republic, he played a lot of left wing. So over there, a lot of players play their off wings, talking about playing in Europe. So he's used to it. It's no big deal. He's just happy to be playing, trying to get his game back.
Settingfield felt real good on Sunday after the back spasms kept him out of the game in Dallas. Petrovitsky went down against Westcott. The puck moved out by Scott LaChance.
Petrovitsky looks good early.
He's really skating well.
Confident, handling the puck, making plays, making the other team make bad passes.
Finishing his checks as he did against Doobie Westcott. Lead for Rick Nash, offside Columbus. There's young Rick Nash. The Blue Jackets traded up to get him #1 overall.
What's interesting is he's averaging 13.5 minutes a game. At 13.5 minutes a game, you can improve, and you need that ice time. If you're playing 4, 5, 6 minutes at that age, you should be back in junior, or if you're old enough, in the minors. Jason Spezza just got sent down from Ottawa, which was smart. He's only playing 5 or 6 minutes a night, so why be in Ottawa as a young forward, even though he's got a great future and he's a good kid? He's not ready. So there's no sense of being there playing 4 or 5 minutes. If you play in 13, 14 minutes, yeah. If not, go to the minors, learn how to play without the puck, and learn to be a complete player, and you'll have a much longer and better career at the NHL level.
Samuelson dropped to Dvorak, plays it on goal, went wide off the skate, shot by Purinton, he scores! Dale Purinton beats Mark Denis to give the Rangers a 1-0 lead. Third of the season for Purinton.
Rangers with some speed, gaining the zone, bank passes. You're seeing them do that a lot. And as Messier cleared the front of the net, the puck carried back to Purinton. And I love the fact that Purinton just followed up the play. Shot went off the glove of Denis, 1-0 Rangers. The Blue Jackets don't look sharp at all. The Rangers look real sharp. They have a 1-0 lead and playing well.
John, when we watched practice this morning, after most of the team is done, Jim Schoenfeld spends countless minutes with the defenseman shooting the puck, getting them to shoot the puck on net. And if they miss the net, they take it over again.
Sam, that's 59 points by the Rangers defense. That ties them with Dallas for the most points among the defense of the 30 teams in the league. And I agree, all the practices I've been to too, after they're finished, the defense stay out and they do drill after drill after drill.
Nice move by Viborny. He scores! David Viborny went around the defense. One player fell down.
Two players fell down.
And Viborny had the big opportunity.
They ran into each other, so Viborny gets a 6. Just as we're talking about the Rangers defense, here's a look at the Canon Business Solutions goal cam. And you saw the collision. Both guys went down. Lefebvre was down. And Viborny had a freebie to come in, and he's able to beat, as you see, Blackburn. Viborny gets his 6th of the season. We're tied at 1, so Viborny gets his team a big goal to come right back and get one quickly after the Rangers scored.
Canon Business Solutions, digital technology powered by people, providing the goal cam look at the Viborny goal. Nedved plays it in. Game tied at 1. Fired across, missed by Bure. Brought out by Sanderson. Now Andrew Castles in the middle. Radoslav Klesla. Now it's Nash. Save made by Blackburn. Played in front. And Nedved able to move it. And you can see Columbus being lifted by that play by Viborny. Here's Sanderson, had it knocked away. And the puck was out of the zone, put back in. Offside is whistled. We'll step out for a moment. Fans, sign up to become a Blue Shirt Extra subscriber. You'll get the inside scoop on all team news, game notes, community events, and more. Blue Shirt Extra, free and available exclusively at NewYorkRangers.com. 1-1, 7.5 minutes into the first period. Shot by Grant Marshall, glove by Blackburn, holds it for a face-off. The scoring, Purinton is third from Dvorak and Samuelson at 6:10. 33 seconds later, Viborny is 6th from Callio and Richardson.
Yeah, just as we were talking about all the drills the Rangers defense do and how much they're improving and blah, blah, blah.
Maybe a little...
That was when Carp and Lefebvre fell over each other. They haven't played with each other.
That's right.
All season long.
So there's a little confusion there with Darius Kasparaitis out of the lineup. Dvorak takes it behind the net. Kept in. Malakoff missed it, and it's knocked away by Purinton. Messier put it up into the Rangers bench, and play stops.
Malakoff, I think, tried to short hop the puck. Gary Jeter, no. And the Rangers did recover. There's Dvorak trying and reaching and spinning, and you can see there his knee looks like it's pretty good after torquing it, as we saw. There's Lindros with a big hit.
Ooh, knocked down Scott LaChance. Bobby Holik is missing his 18th consecutive game, but as Al mentioned in the pregame show, skated very hard yesterday, skated very hard this morning. Told us after the morning skate that he's ready to come back.
Watch Eric Lindros, and I like this game so far in the fact that I've seen some minor picks, I've seen some hits, and I haven't seen a penalty. The referees know the game's perfectly under control. The players are playing it, and they're letting them play. Love it. No cheap calls.
Stephen Walcom and Ian Walsh, the referees. Jean Morin, Lyle Seitz are the linesmen.
And the players themselves are learning that, you know, what's tolerated, what's not. You have to respect the fact that they've learned and made it easier for referees.
Blackburn made a save. Rangers able to move it. David Carper's gone to the locker room with a skate problem. Shot by Westcott, blocked by Leach. Gets up limping.
Hurt Leach.
Trying to shake it off. That shot blocked by Leach, and he tucks it back.
So he got
the
hit
goaltender.
Twice with shots, and he knew immediately he better just give the puck to Dan Blackburn. And the Rangers have been pinned in a little bit since the Viborny goal. Here's the original one. This hurts. Ow! Off the inside of the right ankle. It dropped him. You could just see it. Then he gets up, backs up, and here comes one towards his right elbow. And he just said, that's enough. I take the face off and go for a rest. Dave Carper with that skate problem. That's probably what happened on the goal when he and Sylvain Lefebvre ran into each other and fell down. That opened up the lane for Viborny to go in and score.
Petrovitsky hustles to the puck, plays it across. Nedved, who has points in 3 straight games and 6 of his last 7. 9 points in the last 6 games, or rather the last 7 games for Peter Nedved.
Peter Nedved and I think Tom Poti would also get votes for the Rangers Player of the Month that went to Dan Blackburn, and deservedly so to Blackburn, all the pressure he's under.
Peter Nedved has played very, very well. Petrovitsky down the board. Nedved against Klesla. Petrovitsky takes the puck. Bure turns, slap shot, saved, and he. Now it's Petrovitsky toward the net. Score! Pavel Bure! Petrovitsky makes another terrific play, and Bure went for the net to tip it in.
This is something to watch here. That first Bure slap shot was a beauty that was stopped by the goaltender. Look at the work by Nedved and Petrovitsky. Look at this slap shot. And the goaltender made a good save there. Look at Petrovitsky go get it. And you see Nedved shielding out 2 players. A beautiful pass. Backhand finish by Bure. And are these guys going? And Petrovitsky has had one great start to this game, along with his line mates. But I think he in particular has really, just watching his confidence level, it's something else.
And suddenly Bure is getting hot, John. He is heating up. 4 goals last 4 games. Back in. Ray Whitney turns. No shot. Cody stopped him. Whitney centers. It's out of the zone.
Shifts after goals are important. And right here, the Rangers scored. And the Blue Jackets all of a sudden make things happen.
Blackburn out to move the puck into the corner. Grant Marshall is there. Bure with 4 goals in the last 4 games. And 5 goals in the last 8. He is heating up. 12 on the season. He has the team lead. Centered in front. Good play by Dvorak. Tipped it away from Richardson. Back for the puck. Spacek. Rangers have a 2-1 lead. Bure from Petrovitsky and Nedved at 9:17.
He has how many, 12 goals now?
12.
Hossa, Kovalov, Naslund, and Gaborik all have 15. They lead the league. So Bure all of a sudden is starting to shoot up the ladder. Yeah.
Nedved now has a 4-game point scoring streak and has points in 7 of the last 8. He's going very well.
And being pushed by Coach Brian Trottier at the same time. Post game, after the game the other night.
Oh, that's Bure.
Oh, Bure. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Nedved.
Nedved.
I mentioned also.
Don't have to push Nedved anymore the season he's had. But they're trying to get Pavel to do even more, and he's really starting to cook.
You know what? And Nedved has talked to Bure about not hanging between the blue line and the red line, staying in your own zone until we have the puck.
Until we get the puck. When we earn the puck, you go, because I'll find you. And obviously Petrovitsky sees that too.
Viborny sends it out. Walser, Derek Walser, number 23, gave it up to Poti, who handles it so well and puts it in the Columbus zone. Red Murray gets to it, plays it to Lindros. To Sandy McCarthy. Now Murray. Down comes Puritan. Fires it through the crease. Penalty call. Klesla will go. He took down Sandy McCarthy.
Carpa drives to the net. Klesla, big defenseman, picks him up, pulls him down. He's in the box. The Rangers are without Brian Leetch due to injury as he has limped off to the Rangers locker room. Dave Carpa, the defenseman, has returned. Oh boy.
Brian Leetch blocked the shot. Lindros knocked it down, goes to Malakoff, down low to Nedved. Nedved waiting, Lindros in position. Nedved sends it back out to Malakoff and across the Pony. Shot was blocked in front by Spacek. Spacek and Richardson with Sanderson and Castles, the penalty killers.
And one thing about Columbus, they have 5 shorthanded goals, 5 of them.
One of them against the Rangers in the game in Columbus. There's Malakoff again. Bure, Lindros, and Nedved, the forwards. Bure moving, waiting. His pass stopped by Richardson, and it's cleared by Jeff Sanderson. You know, you 15 to go on the power play.
Nervous about Brian Leetch limping off after blocking the shot with what looked like his right foot. The thing about Brian is he is so tough that if he goes off, you know he's sore.
Yeah. Lindros pass knocked away by Westcott and cleared by the Blue Jackets. Rangers have a 2-1 lead. Blackburn plays it to Poti. Tom Poti second in the NHL among defensemen in scoring.
And Tarnstrom is hurt.
Dick
The only
Tarnstrom
player ahead of him.
for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's got 25 points, I believe it is. 23
Messier,
points for Poti.
Messier shot blocked. Messier with Dvorak and Samuelson. Purinton's on with Poti. And that one was just outside the zone, offside Rangers.
Brian Leetch averages in the neighborhood of 27 minutes a night. You hope everything's okay with him. If not, there's going to be other defensemen have to pick up a lot of ice time. Yeah, Poti has 23 points, Sam, and Tarnstrom 25. Tarnstrom's problems, I think, with a shoulder, but I'm not 100% sure, but he's out with an injury right now.
Richardson able to trying to clear it, hit the linesman, then it's picked up by Castles. Drops it off for Matt Davidson. The shot stopped by Blackburn. Davidson ridden into the boards by Lefebvre.
Actually, it might be a foot for
Foot injury.
I apologize.
Final seconds of the power play. Good play by Richardson to break up the pass.
Luke Richardson made a couple of nice defensive plays. One on Bore and one there on the penalty kill.
Samuelson across. Team's back at full strength. Messier. Samuelson turns. Shot blocked by Spacek and chipped off the boards and out of the zone. Rangers with a 2-1 lead. 6:15 to go in the first period. Lefebvre to Karpa. Here's Dvorak. Lifting it in. Lindros has come on. The rest of the line change is executed. Lindros with a hit on the chance. Went back and Lindros hit him in the back. Rem Murray with the work along the boards is brought out to center. McCarthy was tied up with Turrieta. Lasse Turrieta, rookie from Finland. Another hit by Lindros. He's pounding LeChance.
On LeChance, yeah, he's had 3 or 4 hits here. Solid hits. The reason he's getting them, Sam, is he's got his feet moving. Eric Lindros is skating pretty well.
Sandy McCarthy and LeChance. LeChance got a piece of him. That was an even collision along the boards. Derek Walser moves it up, knocked down by Nash, and he's able to clear the zone.
A physical shift here by Lindros and McCarthy. That'll have a wearing effect if they keep that up. Dick Tarnstrom, the defenseman in Pittsburgh, out with a fractured left foot.
Moving in is Klesla. Going deep, backhander stipped aside by Blackburn. Chip to the back of the net, and it stays on the back of the net. 5:06 to go in the first. Rangers leading.
When you look at number 7, Scott LeChance, he's 215 pounds, which is a big defenseman. Eric Lindros worked him over a couple of times. Good, hard, clean hits. I like that one. The coaches love it when Eric Lindros takes the body. His feet are moving. He's getting there to take the body.
Rangers and Columbus close on the hitting side of things. Been a clean game. Work along the boards. Sanderson. Lefebvre able to work it out of the zone. Lefebvre and Poti here as a pair. Now Poti has gone to the bench and Karpa has stepped on.
Petrovitsky got hit, went down, lost a glove and a stick. He was going to stay on the ice, but now he goes to the bench and he's hurting.
Yes.
The Rangers have lost Brian Leetch. He right now is being x-rayed on that foot, Sam. They have an x-ray machine in the building for both basketball and hockey. And now the Petrovitsky gets to the bench. Terry O'Reilly on the bench right now talking to him. He jammed his elbow or something. He's sore. Look at this. So this is 4:17 to go in the first period. The Rangers lead 2-1. But a couple of interesting things happening here. Watch and see what happens. He's on the puck. He got jammed by Sanderson. The puck was there, kind of a hyperextension of the right elbow, from what I could tell. Yeah, the right elbow got jammed back to his left. And he got up here, grabbed his glove and stick, and thought about staying on and went off.
Rangers medical trainer Jim Ramsey's in the locker room with Brian Leetch. Shot from the point by Klesla, deflected wide. Purinton and Karpa now as 5 defensemen being rotated by the Rangers. Ray Whitney for Columbus behind the net. Whitney sends it out to Klesla. Shot was blocked, knocked down by Karpa. Clears the zone. 2-1 Rangers, just under 4 minutes to go in the first period.
You know, if you cover the other team's players in front of your own net, the wingers are responsible for picking up their defensemen moving in. And Columbus will hit those defensemen moving in.
Puck to Whitney in front. Backhander saved by Blackburn. Nice move by Whitney, and Blackburn stayed with him. Dvorak slides it deep into the Columbus zone. Plesla for Sillinger, couldn't handle it. Ted Donato to Rico Fata, Rangers' fourth line coming on. Matthew Barnaby is the third member of the line. Fata controlling the puck. Christoph Oliva, a healthy scratch. We mentioned Bobby Holik scratched, as well as Darius Kasparaitis. Holik said he wouldn't mind playing Thursday when the Rangers are in Philadelphia.
Boy, did you see that game last night? Philadelphia, New Jersey, a 1-0 game. It was a great 1-0 game. And was there hitting, clean hitting, but everybody on both teams finished their checks. That was a great 1-0 hockey game.
And a great goal to win it by Brian Gianco.
Yeah, great goaltending, great everything.
Yeah. What a save Brodeur made right before the game-winning goal.
How about his saves in overtime in St. Louis, too? Oh, boy.
Pody off the stick of Barnaby, turned the other way by Perrietta.
See Robbie Ftorek, the Boston coach, and they're having some season. Asked who he thought was the best player in hockey. He said Marty Brodeur.
Right.
Very intriguing, good answer. Interesting answer.
His guy Joe Thornton's pretty good.
Ooh, baby.
Could make a case for him.
He just got an extension for a season.
Hit by Petrovitsky, so the pain wore off, and Petrovitsky right back on hitting. Back across. Spot check, offside. 2:10 to go in the first. Rangers have 10 shots. Columbus 7. Rangers lead 2-1.
You know, Whitney got left alone for just a moment in front. And the Rangers, Mark Messier got to him, and he was forced just to one side. And doing so, Blackburn was able to, I think, kick out his right leg or goal stick and make the save. 2:10 to go in the first period. 2-1 Rangers.
Rangers have won 5 of their last 6 on home ice, including their last 2. They've got a good start to this game. LaChance wrapped up with Petrovitsky, and they both went hard to the ice. Petrovitsky sliding into the boards.
The Rangers not giving the defense for Columbus a lot of room. LaChance has been hit every time he's gone back to get the puck. He's handled it, though.
Walser with a good pass across. Sanderson cuts in, tries to get to the net, but a good check by Malakoff. Malakoff and Pody sandwich Sanderson, denying him a shot.
Sanderson has 8 first-period goals this season.
Castles was stopped by Malakoff.
Those 8 first-period goals lead the entire league. He tried to make it 9 there.
Messier, who has not had a point in his last 5, feeding Dvorak. Dvorak across offside. Bure was ahead of the play.
So we'll take a look at that Whitney chance that we were talking about. He was left wide open for just a moment. Both defensemen back there. And he went to his backhand. And the save made by Blackburn. Here's Petrovitsky. He grabbed a hold of LaChance with his right arm. Both players went down. There he moves in with another body check. He does on Richardson.
He doesn't shy away from the big guys, does he?
No, he goes 190, but he's a thick 190. I don't know if that makes sense to you folks.
Dvorak off the giveaway with a shot that Denis gloves and holds on just under a minute to go.
For Petrovitsky, it's not the width of his shoulders, it's the thickness from the front of his chest to the back.
Very solid.
Thick body. And he loves to get there and take the body. Looks to be okay after banging his arm.
And a good complementary player to that line. He does the work along the boards within the corner. That shot was sticked aside by Denis. Messier with Dvorak and Samuelson. Puck loose. Richardson clears the zone. Stopped by Pody. Now it's Mike Sillinger. Whitney had it knocked away by Puritan. They go into the corner. Puritan kicking it up the boards to Messier. All the way across to Samuelson. Down the middle goes Pody. Samuelson. His pass blocked. That shot saved Denis off Dvorak.
Nice play on the rush. And in watching the Rangers, they're starting to get scoring chances in every game off the rush. I love it. Man, this game's about speed and making plays up the ice. And here's another example of it. Pody jumped in, went to the net. Puck was dropped to Dvorak, and the shot was grabbed by, and a nice save by Denis. as he held on for this faceoff. But you're starting to see the Rangers game after game get more chances now on the rush, not just the cycle or the forecheck.
Nedved won the draw. Bore winds and fires. He scores!
Oh, baby.
Pavel Bure, his second of the game. It's 3-1 Rangers.
Did you see that shot?
Whoa.
Top corner. Nedved on the draw with some help. May have deflected, but when you're hot, you're hot. Petrovitsky dropped the puck back, Sam. He'll get the assist that hit the person that went out towards Bore and acted like a goaltender right there. Went off his stick and over the arm, catching glove of the goaltender, Denis. When you're a goal scorer and you get hot, you start to shoot the puck. It hits people and it goes in. And Bore right now is on one of those streaks.
He's going.
Is he gone? Wow.
5 goals in the last 4 games for Pavel Bure. And 6 in the last 8. Shot by Sanderson deflects up into the netting. 6.6 seconds remaining in the first. One of the better first periods the Rangers have had this season.
To me, it's a big period because without Brian Leetch, and who knows if he'll be back or won't be back, he got hurt blocking a shot. So that means that somebody else may get a lot more ice time, and it's nice to have the lead. Nice to see Malakoff talking to Bore about the back check and the assignments, not just scoring goals, but to see Pavel get hot. You know, one thing about him, Sam, when he wasn't scoring, he never changed his demeanor.
No.
Not one bit, and he doesn't change when he scores. But he's hot now, folks.
He's feeling it. 2 goals in the first period. He got his 13th from Petrovitsky and Nedved at 19:37. And how about that line doing it again, John? Nedved with 2 assists, now has 21 points on the season. Petrovitsky with 2 assists. And the Rangers with a 3-1 lead heading to the locker room end of the first period. A good first period for the Rangers. Only negative, Brian Leetch injured. We'll be back in just a moment. Sam, JD, and Al at Madison Square Garden. Rangers with a 3-1 lead. No Brian Leetch for the remainder of the game. He bruised his foot, blocking a shot right there. The shot by the defenseman. And Leetch got up, stayed on the ice, blocked another shot. Moments later, he walked off with the help of medical trainer Jim Ramsey. Doobie Westcott was the defenseman who took the shot that Leetch blocked. He had x-rays. The word is just a bruise, but will not return tonight. Takeaway by Grant Marshall. Marshall placed it side of the net, and it's stopped by Blackburn. It popped loose. Shot from the point is blocked and comes out of the zone. Richardson back for it. Messier deep on the forecheck.
There's only one referee on the ice. I hear there's a food poisoning problem. That is Stephen Walker.
Stephen Walker is the man on the ice. Yeah. Ian Walsh did not return.
Food poisoning, we've been told.
Wow.
So this is like the old days. A 1 referee game the rest of the way. Hope Ian's feeling better. Goodness. Food poisoning problem. Here's a look at the Rangers top line so far in this game. How about that? A lot of 2s. 2-2-2-2-2-2.
And the 2 goals by Bure have given the Rangers the 2-goal lead. Perrietta, number 20, against Rem Murray on the face-off. Scott LaChance moved in. Pody plays it to Lefebvre. Vaborny blocked the pass. Knocked it away from Lindros. And it's whistled down for an offside against Columbus.
Ian Walsh told Al Shelwig that he is as sick as a dog and as white as the ice. That's a bad combination.
Wow.
So it sounds like he gave it a real try to be able to work tonight, but can't finish the job. So Stephen Walker, a very capable referee, will get the call for the rest of the way.
We'll have to find out where he had that dinner meal and stay away.
Flu bugs going all over the place too. Matthew Barnaby coming off the flu.
Nice move by Lindros. Pass to Pody. Pody is in, and it hit the post. It went through. There's a penalty upcoming on Columbus. Went through Denis and went off the post. There's a hooking call against Columbus. So the Rangers coming down the ice well. draw the penalty.
It'll be their second power play. They didn't get a shot on their first one. Tom Pody sporting the black eye from the problem he had in Dallas with the puck. Here's a look at the Cannon Business Solutions goal cam. Beautiful pass across. Pody has a 6-game scoring streak going, and that time couldn't finish. So Kallio goes to the box. His first penalty as a Columbus Blue Jacket.
Cannon Business Solutions, digital technology powered by people, providing the goal cam look at the play. Lindros, Nedved, and Bure with Pody and Malakoff for the power play. Malakoff moves it ahead. Lindros checked by Richardson. Richardson, Sanderson, Sillinger, and Spacek, the penalty killers for Columbus, who do a good job forcing the Rangers out to center. Kallio for hooking at 107, giving the Rangers the power play. Columbus penalty killing has been very good. 33 for their make it 34 for their last 37.
That's pretty good. They're third in the league behind New Jersey and Vancouver, top 2 teams.
Lindros to Pody. Off the corner board. Spacek against Nedved, and it's cleared out by Ray Whitney.
You know, a good game here by Columbus on their penalty kill unit could knock them right into number 1. They're 88%. Vancouver and New Jersey number 1 at 88.4%. So that's close.
Dvorak picking up speed, going around the net. LeChance knocks it away. Messier, Dvorak, and Samuelson with Pody and Malakoff. Puck popped in the air, bounces down, controlled by Dvorak. 40 seconds to go in the power play. 2.5 minutes into the second period. Samuelson playing it wide of the net. Back behind the net, Messier. Take it away, Derek Walser. Excuse me, that's Andrew Castles leading Sanderson, going deep. The backhander saved by Blackburn. Nice effort by Castles and Sanderson.
How about the speed by Sanderson, and that was at the end of his shift.
Messier across. Samuelson, 10 seconds to go in the power play. In front, Dvorak, saved by Denis. Dvorak's had several good shots. Here's Whitney with Pody back. Down the middle, Matt Davidson. He shoots, he scores! It's a 3-2 game. The power play had just ended. Davidson driving down the middle, taking the feed from Whitney, and it's 3-2 Rangers.
Started with a big save. It would have been 4-1 Rangers. 4-1 right here, but Denis made the nice save on Dvorak, who saw Davidson start to head up the ice. And as the pass is made, Dvorak had the puck go underneath the stick blade. Blackburn stayed a little deep in the net here. Thought he may come out and challenge. He waved at the puck and missed it, and gets beat for the second time. Dvorak, you can see, read the back check play, missed the puck, and Davidson showed good speed to get open. And instead of 4-1 with the Denis save, it's 3-2.
Changes the complexion of the game. Icing is whistled against Columbus. 3:18 gone by in the second period. Matt Davidson with his third goal of the season.
Dvorak knew after he took the shot here and got stopped, looked around, now looks to his left and sees he better hustle. Put his head down, skated, hustled, and just missed the puck. And Dan Blackburn, to me, in watching that goal, was deeper than normal. Usually he's out at the top of the crease. That time he was near the goal line, and I think that's what cost him.
Borny took a hit from Karpa. Karpa bats the puck ahead. Borny plays it. Davidson from Whitney and Richardson at 3:08 to make it 3-2. Richardson has 2 assists for Columbus.
Columbus hanging in there.
Yes, they are.
They're just sort of hanging around.
Lindros with a big hit, knocked down Perrietta. Lasse Perrietta from Finland, the rookie centerman.
Eric Lindros, a lot of hitting.
Nedved moving in. By the center, shot by McCarthy. Save, rebound McCarthy. Is gloved by Denis.
Well, Denis made some good saves here to begin the second period, there's no doubt. And he has to with his team trailing. As you mentioned, Sam, he leads all goaltenders in games played this season. Minutes played, he leads everybody. Good left save, and then another save here as he hangs on. He's also faced more shots than any other goaltender. That would make sense with the amount that he's played. That was the hit by Eric Lindros as the puck had just gone by Perrietta. And Stephen Walken letting him play, and I like that.
A little over 4 minutes gone by in the second. Nedved wins the faceoff. but it's brought out of the zone by the Blue Jackets. Puritan chased by Rick Nash. Malakoff. Nedved's got it. Nedved, Bure to his left. Good pass. Bure in, shoots, save the knee. And a penalty upcoming. And it's going to be on Columbus, I believe, a hooking call.
Petrovitsky's in the net as this line again tries something on the rush. Petrovitsky's in the net. It's the second time the Rangers have drawn a penalty by driving to the net. Earlier in the first period it was McCarthy. This time it's Petrovitsky. And Bore's now had 5 shots on goal. Sanderson will be the player in the box. And the Rangers have a chance on the power play to get the 2-goal lead.
Cannon Business Solutions, digital technology powered by people, providing the goal cam look at the play. Dave King looking down his bench. Rangers 3 power play chances now. Columbus has had none. Shot by Malakoff, tipped wide, knocked away by Denis. Lindros, Nedved, Bure, Poti, and Malakoff for the power play. Pass blocked by LaChance. Comes to the side of the net, knocked away by Denis. LaChance winds it around. And it's chipped up into the air. Bounces down in center. Nedved recovers. Sanderson went for hooking at 4:23. Nedved was taken down. Fans wanted a call, but nothing called on the play. Bure with a blind pass to Lindros. Lindros against Westcott. Nedved gets it back to Malakoff. Steps up. Here's Nedved. Nedved waits. Shot deflected by Westcott into the netting. Rangers without Brian Leetch. If you just joined us, he blocked a shot in the first period, suffered a bruised foot. He's out for the remainder of the game, and the officials are down a referee. Ian Walsh is out of the game with food poisoning.
Eric Lindros with 4 solid hits, good hits all along the boards, 2 of them on Scott LaChance, a big, good defenseman for this hockey club. So it's good to see Eric. Again, he's moving his feet, Sam, on the power play. He parks himself in front, hoping to find a deflection or rebound.
Poti back to Malakoff. To Poti. Toward the net, blocked by Spacek. Winds up, drives it off the boards. Poti try to keep it in. It's out in center. Rangers recover with a minute to go on the power play.
It's a game where the Rangers, if their power play works, can blow this game wide open.
Lead for Lindros. Good pass from Nedved. Lindros was stopped by Spacek. Takes down Spacek and draws a penalty. Lindros will go.
That was a good pass, real good pass, a feathered pass, a saucered, elevated pass by Nedved, and it got to Eric Lindros. Watch this beautiful pass. Right to Lindros. He tries to move here on Spacek, doesn't happen, and then he reaches in, and Spacek goes down. Watch the little hook by Lindros into the hip of Spacek, or the arm. He goes down, and the Rangers take a penalty. One more look at it. When players lean one way to cut, and if you pull them down in that same direction, it doesn't take much to pull them off balance. And that's what happened, I think, on that play.
So the team skate 4 aside in 35 seconds. The Blue Jackets will get a power play for a minute 14. Rangers lead is 3-2. Rick Nash. Checked by Puritan. Rangers come out with it. Messier, Samuelson to the left. They crisscross. Lead to Samuelson. The shot. Blocker save made by Denis. Samuelson ran into Westcott. Messier's got the puck, puts it in front, chipped over the top by Samuelson. He's tied up with LaChance, who's holding his stick. And the puck brought out to center by Nash, taken away by Malakoff. Lefebvre drives it wide of the net. Power play for Columbus, their first of the game.
Call that icing, but they made a mistake, or is it a bad line change by the Rangers? You see one linesman pointing over at the Rangers bench, but it is a power play, so I'm wondering why they, I guess it must have been just before the power play started that the puck was fired down. There you saw Nash wrapped up with Dale Puritan. One referee. Can't see a lot of the trailing stuff, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in this game.
That's right.
This is kind of neat. Going back to the old one referee system. I don't hear your comment.
I like the 2 referee system.
I know,
myself.
I do too. I do too. But you know what? It's something different.
Well, Stephen Walcom is a good referee, so we know that. But with the game, it's so much faster, and the players so much bigger than ever before.
You saying you can't handle it then?
No, I just think it's very hard for anyone to handle it. Boy, don't you get me in trouble.
Referees aren't good enough to do it one guy
Steve
anymore.
Walcom's a good guy.
Said Sam Rosen.
Steve, you're my friend. Shot by Whitney. Saved by Blackburn.
You can
And
always
the puck
tell.
up into the netting.
Always tell which referees are the good ones. They're good friends of Sam. The guys he doesn't know yet.
They'll get better, though, as I get to know them.
Oh, baby.
30 seconds to go. The penalty to Lindros.
Oh, I see why. Yeah, look at that. You think he
There's
hustled
too many
in to
men
get
on the
off?
ice.
Yeah. Well, with that hurry-up face-off, you better hurry up and get off. The Rangers maybe didn't realize they were shorthanded.
Messier won the draw, and it's cleared by Poti.
Because Columbus power play, they're ranked 4th overall, but 16th on the road. There's a big difference between this Columbus home record and road record.
They've struggled the last 5 games, just 1 for 19 in their last 5. Here's a chance, and a shot by Perrietta. Save made, and the puck batted into the netting by Poti. 7 seconds remaining in the power play for Columbus. Budweiser salutes America's designated drivers. We all make a difference, and especially so as we come to the holiday season. On the scoreboard, St. Louis with a 2-0 lead in Boston, and Washington with a 2-0 lead in Pittsburgh.
Both of those are a little strange, aren't they? Washington's really struggled. St. Louis, they can do that, though, huh? They can find a way to win on the road. That doesn't surprise me all that much.
Tampa Bay leading in Toronto 1-0, and the Islanders leading Vancouver 1-0. Vancouver has won 10 in a row.
Tampa Bay 2-0 now, huh? Wow.
Puck was touched with a high stick. Play stops. The power play for Columbus is over. Right here, 3-2 Rangers. 12:15 to go in the second. Sanderson moving in. Pass goes through. Castles was tied up. Rangers come out with a puck. Petrovitsky. Bure back to Petrovitsky. Penalty upcoming on Columbus. The late penalty.
Be behind the play. Columbus went to the net hard, and Purinton checked somebody, and then on the back check coming back the other way. Is that the big kid Nash going to go? Or Castle's going to go?
He pointed at Nash, but it's Castle's going on.
Right. Speaking of concussions, we understand Mike Richter's had a couple of better days. And there you see what Dave King's yelling about? The Rangers, Dale Purinton was at the net. If the Rangers net, Columbus was on the rush. And there was no call there. Dave King pointing down towards Blackburn's net, saying, why no call there? And then you call Castles on the back check.
So here's another power play for the Rangers. They're 4th. Rangers getting an opportunity to widen the lead, but they have yet to take advantage of it. Good pressure on the forecheck. And a penalty upcoming. A save on Sillinger by Blackburn. Penalty to Tom Poti. And the power play's over.
Yeah, he got wrapped up with Ray Whitney. So now we're going to have some 4-on-4. It'll be some good speed now. As you see, the puck is left for Poti, and Whitney was there, and Tom Poti reached out with his left arm to try to get the pesky Whitney away from him. Now here's the original penalty. This is on the back check. Here goes Nedved up the ice, and there's the water ski. And no water skiing allowed. He got called. So now we're going to have some 4-on-4 here.
So Castles went for hooking at 8:02. Poti goes off at 8:18. Eventually Columbus will wind up with a 16-second man advantage. Poti for holding. 3-2 Rangers. And that shot off the left arm, saved by Blackburn.
Smart play by Vaborny there, huh? How about that move off the draw? And that was a good save. The best save, I think, of the game by Dan Blackburn.
Westcott, who has the puck now with Klesla, Vaborny, and Nash for Columbus. Rangers have Karpa and Lefebvre with Bure and Nedved. Here's Nedved. Shoots wide.
That's that wrist shot of Peter Nedved. He has scored in a couple of games in a row with a high wrist shot. That time he missed the net.
Bure has 2 goals in the game. Lefebvre's pass blocked by Nash. Purinton and Bure, the Rangers goal scorers. Bure with 2. Nash's pass to Vaborny. He's got one of the Columbus goals. Matt Davidson has the other.
Rangers down 2 defensemen right now. One of them is the injury to Leach. The other one's Poti in the box, penalty box.
Karpa moves out, looks it across. Played by Scott LaChance. Out for Derek Walser. Walser puts it in the Ranger zone. Blackburn looks around. Puritan tied up with Tommy Kallio. Kallio all over Malakoff. Good job by Kallio. Rangers a little casual on that play, and Kallio was able to force a turnover. This is Purieta. Lasse Purieta lost it to Samuelsson. Samuelsson with Messier. Try to drop it to him. It was blocked. Messier comes down to get it. Feed for Samuelsson, went right through. Messier's got it again. Turns, pass off the skate of Samuelsson. Kallio's got it. Power play Columbus, a short one, just 16 seconds in length. It's now down to 9. Their second power play of the game. Lefebvre cleared it. It hit some of the players. They had too many men on the ice. Did Columbus. McCarthy moves in.
I would like to have seen Eric Lindros let it rip. He was in the slot, had room for a big slap shot, and made the pass.
Rangers had too many men on the ice for a moment. Power play is over. Team's back at full strength. Rangers 0 for 4 on the power play in the game. Columbus 0 for 2. 3-2 Rangers, 9:15 to go in the second. Blackburn leaves it for Karpa. Lefebvre double team. Up the boards, Rem Murray to Lindros. Now to McCarthy off his skate. Whitney's got it. Marshall playing it deep into the Rangers zone. Puritan. Now Petrovitsky. Out in center, Lindros. Good lead to Poti. To the net, McCarthy. Poti to Lindros. He's tied up.
Good back check job there.
Huberden did the job. Back the other way, 3-on-2. Columbus, Davidson, Huberden, shot to flex just wide. Petrovitsky got taken down. Nothing called on the play. He goes back at Whitney. He went right back at Whitney when he saw nothing called.
See that? Look at that guy.
Shelley off the bench.
That is a dumb play. I mean, Petrovitsky was mad because he got hit. It looked like he's going to take a penalty. And Shelley,
he's going to be thrown out of the game.
No. I say Petrovitsky is going to take a penalty.
Sorry, John.
Shelley reaches from the bench. That's dumb. The original penalty is going to go to Petrovitsky. He got mad for the hip from Whitney. Now Shelley's thinking of a line change. Look in the background. Now he's yelling at Petrovitsky, and then from the bench he just grabs him, goes and puts him in a headlock. He's going to get, I think, 2 and 10. To me, he should get 2-10 in a game. You reach the bench and grab a player like that, get out of here. The league doesn't need that. So the teams will play 4-on-4. Petrovitsky gets the penalty for that.
And you're right.
Well, I don't know if he got a game, Sam. He may have just gotten 2 and 10. That means the rest of the period. We'll see if he's back for the third. To me, it should be 2-10 in a game. Get him out of here. And the Rangers, Petrovitsky got 2 for roughing up Whitney, and it would have been a power play for Columbus, but Shelley blew that by grabbing a hold of the player from the bench. Shelley got 2 and 10. I think that warrants a game for doing that from the bench.
Absolutely.
He should be out of here.
Shelley gets 2 for interference and a 10-minute misconduct. Petrovitsky 2 minutes for roughing at 11:35. Team skating 4 aside. Rangers leading 3-2.
Oh, that was close. Good play there. Or it would have been, Spacek broke up a play. It would have been breakaway for Samuelsson.
Sillinger with Whitney, Richardson, and Spacek for Columbus. Here's a lead to Messier. Taking it on Denis. Save Denis.
Great save. Beautiful pass from Samuelsson. Good read by the Rangers. Denis holds his team in again.
Richardson moves it out. Lefebvre and Poti, Messier and Samuelsson, the Ranger 4. Nice pass again, Samuelsson to Messier.
Poti.
Here's Poti.
He's jumped into the play 5, 6, 7 times in this game, and then he skates well enough to get back into the play.
Sanderson on. Now Sanderson and Castles. Rangers have to be careful here.
Sanderson's fresh and has a ton of speed, and Castles will hit him.
Rangers counter with Nedved and Bure. This is Castles. Nice pass. Shot by Westcott. Off the glove. Saved by Blackburn. Sanderson. Malakoff and Pony on defense. Pass to Sanderson. Save again by Blackburn. It went through and wide of the net. But he got a piece. Shot by Westcott. Stick saved by Blackburn. And it's into the net.
That last save that Blackburn made, the second last save, he made the save, but it went back through him and out the other side. And a goaltender goes, oh, that was close. Castle set a couple of these up, including that one. That's the one that Blackburn made the save, and it ricocheted back the other way. Then this is the last save he made, as the Blue Jackets looked really good on the play. Watch this little pass coming up by Samuelsson right here. Messier has the breakaway from the blue line. Tries to go high on the stick glove, and Denis outweighted him and made a real nice save. I thought Mark might try the deke where you slide it back through the legs, but that time he tried the wrist shot, and Denis makes a huge save.
Purinton coming forward. Purinton and Karpa with Lindros and Rem Murray. Lindros tried to take it away from LaChance. Lindros tripped up Gaborny. Nothing called on the play. Teams are back at full strength on the ice. 6:20 to go. Second period. 3-2. Rangers leading it. Columbus, the only goal here in the second, came just at the end after a Ranger power play had expired.
And two key saves by Denis, though. He made a save just prior on Dvorak, just prior to the Columbus goal. And then he made the key save on the breakaway by Mark Messier.
Rangers are out shooting Columbus 23-16. Denis has been outstanding, keeping his team in the game. Lindros down the boards for Rem Murray, goes through to McCarthy. Checked there by Tommy Kallio. And it's cleared out of the zone. Recovered by Tom Pody. Murray. Now McCarthy with some room. Cuts in and is stopped by LaChance. Good smothering play by Scott LaChance.
Well timed, wasn't it? LaChance has made some nice plays in this game. Even though he's been hit a few times, he hangs in there and makes some nice plays.
This is an icing on Columbus. 5:17 to go.
As 3-2 Rangers. Messier breakaway, and Denis makes a nice blocker save. Denis 6'1", 193. Makes the save of the game for his team to this point. Keeps it a 3-2 Ranger lead.
Messier with Samuelsson and Dvorak on for the Rangers. Luke Richardson plays it to Spacek. And the Blue Jackets send it in. Grant Marshall dumped it in. Marshall on with Ray Whitney. And the battle along the boards. Whitney. And the whistle.
Penalty. It looks like Fave. Face off outside.
Hand pass was whistled against Columbus.
Apologize.
Mike Sillinger called on it. Well, if you're interested in purchasing tickets for great seats at a Rangers game, you can now buy premium tickets that have been posted for sale by Rangers Club subscribers. Just visit Rangers Ticket Exchange at NewYorkRangers.com. 4:45 to go, second period. Rangers 3, Blue Jackets 2. Mike Sillinger on the puck. Against Lefebvre, who stops him. Samuelsson picked off his man and allowing Pody to play the puck. Knocked down. Good play by Sillinger. His pass blocked, taken away by Samuelsson. Pody. Whitney. Aggressive play along the boards by Ray Whitney. Samuelsson got it to Messier, who clears it out. Luke Richardson takes over. Richardson's been a good addition for the Blue Jackets. Coming over as a free agent, having played with the Philadelphia Flyers. Good hit by Kubi Westcott on Nedved.
And Nedved went to get the loose puck, and he had to go get it first. And Westcott timed it and took him nicely out of the play.
This is Andrew Castles. Pass across to Sanderson. Sanderson playing it in deep for Rick Nash. Back to Sanderson. Checked by Petrovitsky. Purinton. Malakoff with a nice lead to Bure. Bure against Puslov. Bure sliding it over to Nedved, who was knocked out of the zone. 3.5 minutes to go in the second. Blue Jackets have tightened up their game.
I think so too. In fact, they've done some really good things. Defensively, they've been much smarter. The Rangers haven't forechecked nearly as much. And they're starting to, it's more of an even game now than what it was early in the game when the Rangers were by far the better team.
Blackburn made a save on Lasse Furrieta. Up ahead for Bure, able to clear it out of the zone. Recovered by Derek Walser. Furrieta with a lead for Kallio. Kallio dropped it off for Walser. He shoots it, it's blocked by Karpa. Back the other way. Lindros to McCarthy. McCarthy against LaChance. Shot it wide. Rem Murray.
And Lindros is going to go for holding. He was headed towards the net, Sam, and Vaborny had the inside position. Eric Lindros reached out with one arm and pulled Vaborny just barely off balance and then got around him. See, right there, and got around him. And that's a form of obstruction. That's a form of, even though you're the aggressor and your team's got the puck. There's that hit on Peter Nedved. Thankfully, the glass gives a lot here and nobody gets hurt on the play. That was a solid hit. Nedved seemed to be okay. But all of a sudden, in a 3-2 game with 2:49 to go here in the second period, Lindros has gone for a holding. And it's Columbus with a power play and a chance to tie it up.
Very important penalty kill here for the Rangers. Purinton able to clear all the way down. Lindros for holding at 17-11. Messier, Dvorak, Malakoff, and Purinton for the Rangers. Castles. Sanderson's shot was blocked. And Messier able to slide it out of the zone. Whitney and Spacek play the points.
And Whitney's a good forward playing the point on the power play. Always has been.
Castles, Sanderson, and Sillinger up front. Give away to Messier. And he clears.
Whitney playing here for the Panthers, or pardon me, for the Blue Jackets. Used to play in Florida for the Panthers. Panthers are still paying a good chunk of his salary.
Oh. Nice play by Rem Murray. Murray for Samuelson, just missed. Back the other way, Whitney. Whitney across with Grant Marshall and Jeff Sanderson. I knew I'd say Derek one time. Cleared down by LaFave.
Saw Derek a couple of months ago. He's got the bad knees and bad back, but you know what? He's hanging in there and he's doing a great job with the alumni in Boston. He's a good man.
Yes, he is.
Went through a lot of problems, but he's really had a good run. I think Bobby Orr helped him a lot.
Good clear. Rangers thus far. Good penalty kill. No shots on goal for Columbus. 25 seconds to go in the penalty giveaway. Nedved with Petrovitsky, but it was blocked. It went on goal, and he made a save, and the Blue Jackets head out. Grant Marshall for Rick Nash, and it's batted out by Karpa.
That last chance by the Rangers, Nash was heading up ice, didn't know the puck was passed to him.
Look at Petrovitsky on Westcott. Westcott checked by Nedved, got it to Nash. Now it's Kusla. Here's Nash moving in and shoots, save. It pops in the air, bounce down, it's batted out. Lindros back on, Nedved, Dvorak to Nedved, he missed. Kusla was coming back, it may have bounced on Nedved. 30 seconds to go in the period. 3-2 Rangers leading it. Columbus 0 for 3 on the power play in the game. Bure, checked by LaChance. Dvorak's got the puck, checked by Kusla, in front for Bure, and a great play by LaChance. Otherwise, Bure would have had a hat trick.
I totally agree with you. LaChance saved one there. Mark that one on the score sheet. That's like a big, huge save by your goalie. I mean, the net was open. Bure wasn't going to miss, and LaChance read it beautifully.
And the period comes to an end. Mark Denis shut the door on the Rangers in the second period.
He didn't get as much work, but he had some really big chances against. Look at that turnover. Nash didn't know the puck was coming, and Petrovitsky and Nedved went to work here. Denis made a save there through traffic. And Blackburn here has to make a save. Nash on the shot that hit Blackburn. See how he was out of the net that time, Sam?
Yeah.
Not deep in the net. Here's the puck jumping over Petrovitsky's stick. Nedved was there trying to finish a play. Nedved with another play here as he drives to the net. And you can see the puck just missed. And then at the end, Pavel Bure thought he had one. Watch LaChance move right around. Oh, that was another play on Nedved. I apologize. Here's the play. There's where LeChance saved one. Pavel Bure was wide open, but nicely checked on the play. Kind of showing everything there, huh? How about that?
Let's go downstairs. Al standing by with Jeff Sanderson. Al.
Definitely one of the leaders, Sam, of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Tell me about this team coming from behind on the road. How's that gone this season?
Well, we kind of dug ourselves a hole here early, and as you know, it's really hard to come back on the road. But we got one back there to get us within one, and we got an opportunity in the third here to tie it up.
Not too many NHL fans know about Marc Denis, but I'm sure you guys know an awful lot about him. Tell me about him.
Well, he's played a lot of games for us this year, and he's won a lot of games for us. He's a he's a young goalie, and he's a big guy, really technically strong. He doesn't get moving around too much, and he's been a big piece of our puzzle for the start of the season we had.
Jeff, you've been up to one of your best scoring starts in a few years, and a lot of that success has come in the first period. What's up with that? Great jump out of the locker room?
Exactly, yeah, a lot of goals. First shift, almost, not even the first period, and then just struggle to get out. But, I'll take them any period, but, like you said, a lot of them are coming early.
All right, very messy, all the penalties at the end of the last game. Guys like me always say, is there going to be a carryover? Some of you guys said, no, we don't think so, and there really hasn't been except for that one bench incident. Tell me about the temperament and whether Dave King said anything to you guys before this game about that.
Well, it's, I never really got mentioned a whole lot. I mean, I think, a lot of times when games are hyped up like that for, all the fighting and the mess that happened back in Columbus, not too much usually happens, and right now we want to win the game, and so do they, and that's the first priority right now. And they got the lead, and the last thing we're thinking right now is taking bad penalties and giving them more power plays.
Jeff, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Al.
Jeff Sanderson of the Columbus Blue Jackets. They've scored one in the second period to make it a one-goal game heading to the third. Back after this on MSG.
New York is home to the Broadway Blue Shirts.
Just to play in New York and Manhattan, the Madison Square Garden. Can't get any better. The Big Apple, the city of cities, it's always exciting. It's a lot of fun to play in New York because, the fans are right behind the team.
That's what we want to do this year for them, to give them something back. This is the greatest city in the world, and there's no doubt about it.
Well, obviously, we're biased being Rangers and Ranger fans.
This is our town.
This is our town.
Rangers hockey on MSG. New York is home.
Rangers upcoming schedule presented by North Fork Bank. Rangers at Philadelphia Thursday night. That's an ESPN exclusive beginning at 8 o'clock. We'll be back with you on Metro Friday night at 7 o'clock start. Sunday afternoon on MSG, Rangers and the Bruins. A 1 o'clock start. Geico Rangers game night precedes the games on MSG and Metro. Now, this New York Rangers moment is brought to you by Mohegan Sun. It involves former Rangers goalie J.F. LaBelle.
Hands off to he's upended by Stock, but the puck bounces to Gurin. He'll drive it in on goal. Glove down by LaBelle. Will he shoot for the open net? He does. It's going toward the goal. It's in. J.F. LaBelle has scored a goal. That's unbelievable. Unreal. J.F. LaBelle.
There's Thomas Klocek. P.J. Stock is there.
Right away. When he got the puck, he was going to take it.
And there's J.F. LaBelle, the backup goalie for the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's played in 2 games, started 1 as Marc Denis has played
9 goals scored by NHL goaltenders. The last by Nabokov, playing for San Jose in Vancouver back on March 10th of 2002. So, that's really something.
Underway, third period. Rangers without Brian Leetch. If you joined us late, he bruised a foot blocking a shot in the first period. And the Rangers have rotated 5 defensemen throughout. Rangers got all 3 of their goals in the first period. Dale Purinton got the first one. Pavel Bure the next 2. Weird carom in front, missed by Messier. Denis had played it around the boards, and it caromed right back off the corner in front. That shot by Messier, gloved by Denis.
Been a few games before or since I've seen the puck come off the boards in a very weird fashion. That time it did. The linesman and the goaltender looking over at the corner now. The puck came off the boards. Spashuk on the far side expected the puck, but it didn't take a true... it just bounced off the edge of the board. That's the door where the Zamboni opens. The Rangers almost get a big break, but the Zamboni door wasn't snug and tight like it's supposed to be, and it took a weird carom.
Westcott able to move it up ahead. Nedved digging for it. Kept in by Bure. Nedved in the corner. Nedved, Petrovitsky, and Bure. The line for the Rangers. Castles plays it across to Klesla. Now it's Rick Nash dropping it off for Sanderson for the shot. Clipped, saved by Blackburn. He holds on with big Rick Nash right next to him.
Yeah, a four-player rush there.
Petrovinsky looks like he got clipped on the side of the head.
He hurt his right elbow early in the game. Then he got nailed on that hip check by Whitney. And then here's the third one. Looks like something, a head-on-head.
Yeah, it was like an unintentional headbutt.
Right, accidental play. Now he just keeps going, doesn't he?
Rub it off. Tommy Callio behind the Rangers net, trying to get out in front. His first game as a Columbus Blue Jacket, just traded over from Atlanta. Sandy McCarthy tied up with LaChance, able to put it in the Columbus zone. Lindros looks around. Along the boards, McCarthy trying to wind it ahead. It's chipped clear. Pody goes back for it. Pody with Carpa. Callio on the forecheck. Off the boards, McCarthy. Deep into the Columbus zone. Lost by Walser on the strong forecheck by Lindros. Up the boards, Carpa stops it and shoots. Saved it, and he's got it.
Lindros in behind the goaltender, tied up with LaChance. Walkham, the referee, has a few words to calm everybody down. Jody Shelley still in the penalty box serving his 10-minute misconduct. This is the Carpa shot, ends up being a high shot that Denis hangs on to. There's Lindros in behind. Eric's been a very physical player in this game. And here he moves in, taken out of the play.
Messier against Sillinger, controlled by the Blue Jackets. Spacek looked it ahead for Mike Sillinger, hooked from behind by Messier to slow him down. Blackburn leaves it for Malakoff. Kept in by Spacek. Rich shot deflected into the corner, went off Messier. Back behind the net, Huberden was taken down. Penalty called on Samuelsson.
Yeah, Samuelsson had the puck before Sam tried to play through the middle, and it created the turnover. Malakoff gave him the puck to the right side of Blackburn on the half boards, and in turn on that play the puck was put back in, and then you see Samuelsson reach out, and there's the hooking penalty. The mistake was made even before the penalty when he turned the puck over. Here you see the actual penalty with the hook into the hip of Huberden. So this power play goes to work again. The Rangers have had a solid game on their penalty kill to this point.
Fourth power play for Columbus. A couple of short ones and one full one. Here's Ray Whitney at the point. Whitney and Spacek at the point. Sanderson in the corner. Along the sideboards, it's Andrew Castles. He's got the puck. Big Rick Nash is in front battling Malakoff. Messier and Nedved with Malakoff and Purinton, the Rangers penalty killers. Castles. Whitney shoots, save. Blackburn. Rebound went wide. Castles feeds Sanderson. And a whistle. The net was knocked off.
Yeah, when Blackburn was scrambling, he went back to his left. His whole body weight went into the net. And, you know, with Castles, not too often will he take the shot.
He looks
He'll
to pass.
make the pass, and he makes the pass right here instead of the shot. See, pass. Now the Blue Jackets look for a rebound. There was one for just a moment. Sanderson couldn't get to it. That's when Blackburn knocked the net off to Mooring. See, it's already off.
Sanderson taking the face off, won by Nedved. Pody playing it around to Rem Murray. Pody and Malakoff on for the Rangers. Nedved, who took the face off, goes off. Dvorak comes on with Rem Murray. Ray Whitney leads Sanderson. He pulled up just as he was getting to the line, and his teammates went offside. Offside Columbus.
Here's why the penalty happened, Sam. Malakoff to Samuelsson. He tried a little shuttle pass through the middle to Messier, and he missed him. So there's a turnover. Now the Rangers have to go back in their own zone, and there's the kind of a lazy penalty. But if the play had been made out of the zone when the Rangers had control, it never would have gotten to that point.
Blue Jackets send it in. Rangers leading 3-2. 3 minutes gone by in the third. Sanderson left it for Nash. Out to Whitney. Now Castles. Castles pressured by Malakoff. Sanderson against Rem Murray. Murray does the job. Clears the puck.
By the way, that hooking penalty to Samuelsson is the 6th hooking penalty that's been called in this game.
Across the line, Andrew Castles. Nice drop pass missed by Nash. Sanderson across the spot check. He shoots. Tipped in. Andrew Castles scores to tie it. A power play goal by Columbus, and the Blue Jackets have come from 2 goals down to tie it at 3.
Boy, does Spacek make a pass or what? This is Castles. He'll score the goal. His pass wasn't bad either. And this one, here's the best of them. Right back in front. And you see 2 players going to the net before Purinton could get to Castles. See, Purinton's caught up high. And now the other defenseman, Lefebvre's got to go to his right. Purinton couldn't drop down. This is a real nice goal. Castles almost missed it, but he got enough of it to put it over the line. That's a nice goal on the power play to tie the game up at 3. And our Rangers need to find some offense here.
Hand pass whistled against Columbus in the neutral zone. 3:35 gone by, and the Rangers, who dominated the first period, have not been able to put anything together to beat Mark Denis since.
Shelley comes out of the penalty box, goes over to the bench. He's fortunate he did not get a game misconduct.
Absolutely.
Don't be surprised that the league looks at that. You start getting involved with players on the ice from the bench. That's a no-no.
Game tied at 3. Harpa pinching in. Barnaby on. Barnaby plays it up the boards. Barnaby with Lindros and Rem Murray. This is an icing on Columbus. Castles got his 7th of the season from Spacek and Sanderson at 3:27. Here's that incident we were talking about.
You can see the hip check by Whitney. That upset Petrovitsky. He got up and was going to take a penalty here for his work. Shelley climbed back on the bench and then reaches over. And why he's still in the game, I'll never know, but he got 2 and 10. You know, hypothetically, say this is an altercation. If there's a 3rd man in, what Shelley was, he would have had the game anyway. But anyway, it doesn't much matter now. I don't think you'll see too much ice.
You can't have that going on from the bench.
No.
Blackburn stops the puck side of the net.
You said that Barnaby was on that last shift. I was just looking at his ice time. He hadn't had a whole bunch of ice time in this game as Matthew Barnaby's coming back from the flu bug.
Barnaby played 1:52 in the first period. And I don't know if he saw any ice time at all in the second, John.
Yeah,
as it was mostly a 3-line game in the second period.
He got nailed with the flu bug. Said he couldn't even lift his finger up the other day.
Shot by Malakoff, stick saved by Denis. He missed practice yesterday because of the flu. Rangers picked up their forecheck a little bit here. Puck deflected out of the zone. Purinton goes over against Huppinen. Malakoff, Messier. Samuelson and Klesla go for the puck. Klesla shoves Samuelson to the boards. Puck around and cleared out. Knocked down in center. Westcott playing it across to Klesla. Now it's Doobie Westcott. In his 5th NHL game, played 4 games last season, just called up from the minors because of injuries on the fence.
Westcott had a good second period.
Nice lead to Bure. Bure moves in. He shoots. Glove save. Denis.
Cavill, I don't know what stick he's using, but he ought to hang on to that one because he's hitting the net and his shot has been very good. And Denis makes a nice save on this play. Interesting how he flips the puck in the air to give it to the linesman, too. Good catching glove save, and then he'll flip it up. Bure looks, no passing lane, so now he tries the time where he's going to shoot the puck to miss the defender, so he went top corner, and Denis makes another fine save. Denis read where that shot was coming to, Sam, and he hasn't had a lot of work, Denis, but he's made really good saves because his shots have been tough.
Bure shoots again. This time he missed the net. Around to Lefebvre, winds it back down. Bure against Spacek. Petrovitsky against Sillinger. Off the boards to Nedved. Rangers cycled. Nedved forced up high. Bure able to wind it down. Petrovitsky was taken down on the play by Sillinger.
7 shots for Bure in the game.
There's a lead for Rick Nash. Dropped it back to Sillinger. In deep. He shoots off the arms of Blackburn. Sillinger had it back, was tugged with a stick by Malakoff and turned it over. Nedved across with Bure. Nedved taken out in the corner. Petrovitsky is there. Sillinger comes away with the puck. He's picked up his game since the first period. Rick Nash checked by Pody. 6:15 gone by. 3rd period. The Columbus Blue Jackets with a power play goal by Andrew Castles tying the game. Tough battle. Rico Fata behind the net against Scott LaChance. Messier is on.
Fata getting a shift. He's had very little ice time.
Puck bounced right by Samuelson. Shot by Castles, missed the net. Samuelson poked at it. It's kept in by Tommy Kallio. Sanderson is there. Along the boards, and the whistle stops play. 13-18 to go in the third. 3-3 the score. Back at Madison Square Garden, Wednesday, the New York Knicks and the Orlando Magic. Time for NBA basketball. The Knicks have put together a 3-game winning streak. Cannon Business Solutions, Knicks game night at 7. Knicks and the Magic tip off at 7:30 right here on MSG tomorrow night. Knicks trying to get on a little bit of a roll, climb back toward the 500 mark. Tom Poti.
Speaking of that, 500 mark.
Rangers still trying.
We're called for icing here. The Rangers have killed Columbus on the faceoffs. 36-13 through 2 periods coming into this period. That's been a real strength to this point for the Rangers, but you have a 3-3 game now. The other one to remember, Columbus 4 times this season have been scored against in the last minute, which has cost them points in the standings. Just a thought. However, it's 3-3, and the Columbus Blue Jackets have really tightened up.
Vancouver has scored in the third period. They've tied the Islanders 1-1 at the Nassau Coliseum. Tampa Bay still leading Toronto 2-0 in the second. Washington leading Pittsburgh 3-0 in the second. Gaborny shot was blocked and cleared out.
Messier to the bench. He took care of the draw, so that was his job.
Gaborny, Davidson, and Castles, the goal scorers for Columbus. Purinton for the Rangers, and Bore with 2. Grant Marshall played it toward the net, batted at by Perrietta. Shot by Marshall, blocked again. Luke Richardson. Marshall taken down by Rem Murray. And Purinton takes over. Cross ice. Barnaby tied up by Spacek. Murray's got the puck. Fanned on the shot. Neville shot, a save by Denis. Lindros played it back. Barnaby winds it down.
It's only the 5th shift of the game for Barnaby.
Now, I don't know if anything happened to McCarthy, but Barnaby has been playing the last couple of shifts with Lindros and Murray.
Barnaby's on, McCarthy's on the bench, Sam. Barnaby just hasn't played a whole lot. It's his 4th shift. And the Rangers just trying to mix it up. This is exactly what happened in the last game with Tampa Bay. The Rangers mixed their lines up late in the game, and it worked for 2 goals.
Walzer comes in, his shot deflects to the corner. Centered, went off the post and was blocked with a stick by Blackburn, and he covered up.
Shots are 29-20 in favor of the Rangers with 11:40 to go. And this is, the Rangers are 11-12-4. 11 wins, 12 losses, 4 ties on the season. So Sandy McCarthy misses a shift there as Barnaby got some ice time. The Rangers need to try to win this thing and win it to get back to 500. Go into Philadelphia Thursday, then have Buffalo at home on Friday.
Again, the Columbus centerman tried to go forward on the faceoff. That time was against Messier, but Messier got a piece of it. Tipped into the zone.
Shelley getting a shift here, Sam.
Jody Shelley is on. Number 45. On with Hannes Huvinen and Matt Davidson. Davidson had the big goal for Columbus with the game 3-1. There's Jody Shelley. Matt Davidson goes to the net again. That time he was tied up by Dvorak.
A nice pass by Shelley in the backhand.
Purinton hit by Huvinen. Huvinen plays an aggressive game. Physical game. Offside.
Speaking of that, Kasparaitis not playing in this game for the Rangers. His back was bugging him a little bit. I think he'll be ready to go Thursday in Philadelphia, which is good news.
Time for our American Express checks of the game. Eric Lindros with that hit on Scott LaChance.
I think he had more than one. He doesn't lean on people, he hits people.
That one was on Lasse Perrietta.
He really hits people when he's on his game.
Sillinger and Nedved. Columbus has done a better job on the Nedved Bure Petrovitsky line after the first period, when that line all combined for 2 goals.
They've switched their right wingers up a little bit. Sillinger now has Nash on the right side. Earlier in the game, Nash was playing with Castles and Sanderson.
Nedved wins another face-off. Karpa moves it off the boards and out of the zone. Nedved sends it in. Lindros just off the bench went for it. Nedved is there. Petrovitsky. Pass went off of Nedved. Petrovitsky gets it back to Karpa. He's able to lift it in deep. Nedved against Spacek. Nedved's got it. Turns for the shot. And Denis stops it and covers up.
Good play. See the strength of Nedved on that play? Yeah, he was one-on-one with the puck with Spacek, who's a strong guy, but Nedved won it. And again, look at that. He was one-on-one. He came off the boards with the puck and then made the play to the net. And Bore, any type of rebound to the far side, Pavel Bore was over there. To see Peter Nedved continue, and this is, we're getting into around the third of the season, right? And Peter Nedved still playing at that high level every night.
Nedved wins the faceoff. Bore moves down the slot, and he was wrapped up on the play by Westcott and forced the turnover. Kallio fell down. Petrovitsky back for the puck. Given back to Sanderson. He's tied up by Poti, and out of the zone comes the puck. Sanderson has it back, stopped by Petrovitsky. Played across to Poti. Rangers without Brian Leetch, out with a bruised foot. Sanderson tries to break through, and Poti stopped him with a long stick. Poti moves it up ahead. Nedved fires it down. Race for the puck. Bure and Tesla. And Bure gets there. And the fans appreciate the hustle.
The Rangers changing, so they have some fresh forwards now besides Bore to try to win the puck, make something happen.
Lindros and Murray have come on. Great effort by Bure against Tesla. Now it's Lindros against Westcott. Now Bure moving. Bure trying to stuff in. Rebound. Score! Lindros!
Oh, baby, what a play by Pavel Bure!
Rangers lead it 4-3.
Boy, Columbus wanted an icing. Their bench is going crazy, Sam. Bure battled. He got deep. The linesman's down there with him. Is it icing or not? Who touches it?
Linesman looked. He didn't make a signal until right there.
Yeah, and then he said Bure was the first person to touch it. Pavel comes off the boards, and then Lindros will score on a rebound as Castles had trouble with the puck. He had trouble with the puck because Rem Murray was on him. Pavel Bure, when he killed the icing, Sam, had two different Blue Jackets on him, would not let them get the puck. And the Rangers, Lindros came off the bench. Was it icing? I don't think the puck was touched there by Klesla, and then it ends up hitting the skate of Pavel Bure. Lindros came from the bench all the way down. Two Blue Jackets couldn't get the puck away from Bure.
Rangers lead for the third time in the game. They've never trailed. Whitney was stopped. Sillinger, fans alive, deflects in front and is covered by Blackburn as he hugged the post.
Columbus has a good shift every time the Rangers score. The linesman was right down on the play here. Nobody's touched the puck yet. You're going to see the skate of Pavel Bure right there. His left skate, kill the icing. And in seeing that, Sam, from what I could see from that angle, it's a great play by the linesman to be there and make the right call. And I think Columbus, having two people on Bure after that's where they lost the puck.
Walser with that last shot, saved by Blackburn. He dove out on top of the puck to stop play with three Blue Jackets around the net.
Walser, a kid from the second period on, has been pretty good. See, there's two Blue Jackets, so they can't get the puck. It's Westcott and Klesla. They can't get it, so Lindros moves in, and he's not going to lose this battle here. And Klesla's being told to release Bure or he's going to get a penalty. So watch Bure get loose. One direction, then the other. Got to the net. Lindros scored on the rebound play.
Lindros is sixth from Bure at 10:47. I think Rem Murray touched the puck also, John.
If he didn't, he forced Castles to not control the puck.
And if he did, he deserves an assist. It's not been announced. A chance to try to play it in front. Lefebvre broke it up. Kept in by LaChance. Sillinger fired. Save. Blackburn on a deflection. I think he stopped it.
That's twice. Rangers are not getting the puck over the blue line. This is called offside. I'm not sure it was. You know, a minute ago, Samuelsson had the puck. If he banks the puck, the Rangers have a 2-on-1 with Donato and Messier. They're gone. And Samuelson's got to make sure here. He's played pretty hard in this game, but he's got to make sure. Off the boards and out. Watch him through the middle. A turnover. See? You can't be messing with it. He had Sillinger move into him, and he panicked with the puck. Bank it off the boards. And if he did it there, it was 2-on-1 Rangers. They were gone.
So the go-ahead goal, Lindros is 6th from Bure at 10:47. Eric Lindros now with points in 4 of his last 5 games. Lindros goes down in a tangle with Spacek. McCarthy back on the line with Lindros and Murray here. Murray gets knocked down. Arrieta shoved by Lindros. The puck taken away by Grant Marshall, played by Luke Richardson. 7:40 to go in the third. Rangers lead 4-3. They've led 1-0. They were tied at 1. They went up 3-1. They were tied at 3. And now lead 4-3. Richardson winds and fires wide. Petrovitsky able to work it out of the zone. Putzla brings it back in. In deep. Kallio. Hit by Karpa. Karpa stays with him. Kallio shoved into the boards by Petrovitsky, who clears the zone. Reaching for it. Bure shoots wide.
Test for the Rangers. 7 minutes to go. They lead by 1. It's a test for them to protect the lead.
Protect or try to add to it.
Oh, both. It's all part and parcel, Sam. You don't just sit on a lead, but you protect it. And then if you add to it smartly.
Vaborny, nice move. Kallio across, Vaborny to the net. Saved by Blackburn, looks around. He's got the puck underneath the arm.
Quick wrist shot by Kallio, who hasn't played in a long time. Kallio just on a tryout basis here after being acquired by the Columbus Blue Jackets from Atlanta. Kallio had a problem with a concussion a couple of seasons ago. Remember we talked about Samuelsson not banking the puck out of the zone? That's Terry O'Reilly talking to him. Samuelsson nodding. He knew exactly what he did wrong. But you have to be told, and you have to be reminded that's a coach in the proper way doing his job.
Terry O'Reilly does a good job with that. Handling the forwards. Former head coach himself. Nice move. Walter. Save. Blackburn. Rebound. And Blackburn's got it.
Sam, every time you say Walter, he's making moves.
He is.
He's not a big guy, but he's got good lateral movement. In other words, not north-south so much, but right-left. Look at this. Look how quickly he got into the position. Messier actually tipped the pass, but Walter still reached out and controlled the puck. And then went in around people, got the shot, and Blackburn makes a couple of saves. I like the way that this kid Walter makes plays inside the blue line.
Been very impressive. Walzer is 24 years old. He was signed last year as a free agent. This is second season.
The guy's getting ice time because of injuries to the regular defenseman. By the way, Pody back on the ice. He was flexing his leg his last shift.
Castles. Walter winds and shoots wide. Hit the outside of the net.
Castles, can he pass the puck?
Oh, he's a great passer.
The long passes he makes, those 35, 40 footers.
And puts him right in position.
Yeah, it's where the opposition player reaches but can't quite get to it.
Sanderson to Walzer. He shoots again. And it was blocked in front. Messier outlets to Lindros. Lindros dumps it in. Gloved by Denis. Plays it around the boards. Castles is tied up. And the puck cleared out. Rangers have control. 5:55 to go in the third. 4-3 Rangers leading. Eric Walzer back for it. Samuelsson got tied up with a chance. Arrieta had it knocked away by Lindros. Puck fired off the boards. Sabine icing against Columbus. Rangers touch. Play stops. 5:37 to go in the third. Rangers leading.
Talk about the Castles pass. Look at that. See how people reach for it, can't quite get to it? That's a Walzer shot that ended up going wide. Yeah, that was even a blind pass, and it still found somebody.
He's one of the best passers in the game. You know about Mario Lemieux, Adam Oates, now in Anaheim. Castles right there. Whitney. Pass off the skate out of the zone. Spacek recovers.
Castles has had some injury problems. Vancouver did not re-sign him, but Vancouver, you can't question them. They've won 10 straight, a franchise high. Two hottest teams in the league are Vancouver and Ottawa right now.
Vancouver 1-1 with the Islanders in the third period. St. Louis has a 4-0 lead on Boston in the third in Boston. Westcott pressured by Petrovitsky, took it away. In front, it's deflected away and brought out by Rick Nash. 4:55 to go in the third. Puck knocked down by Petrovitsky, brought out by Nash. Good play by Lefebvre, breaking it up. Nedved tried to leave Dvorak. Dvorak against LaChance. LaChance shoved him into the boards, wraps him up, puck up the boards. Sanderson. Sanderson played it in front to LaChance, and now to Doobie Westcott. Westcott dump in, blocked by Malakoff.
That's 3 straight dump-ins by Columbus that the Rangers have intercepted at the blue line. That'll drive a coach crazy. If you earn the puck, get over center ice, you want to dump it in. You got to make sure you get it deep.
Sanderson, a couple of nice moves, but he gave it up. Samuelson turns, lifts it over the glass into the Rangers bench. 4:09 to go in the third. Rangers leading 4-3.
Right winger for the Rangers has already been deep, helping them out. This time it's Samuelson again. And remember we mentioned Tom Poti was flexing his leg. This might be the play. He walked into Huvinen and went down, and he got to the bench and flexed his legs a bit, but he never missed a shift. He's really been good, hasn't he, Sam?
Yes, he has. Just playing a lot with Brian Leach out. Face-off win by Lindros. Around the boards all the way back. Richardson has to go get it for Columbus. Rem Murray on the forecheck. Now in the middle, David Vaborny. Nice drop to Sanderson. Almost bumped his own man. Shot by Sanderson. Saved by Blackburn. Along the boards. Moved up ahead by Barnaby. Barnaby's tied up. Lindros reached in and comes out to spot check. Moves around Murray. Shoot, save. Blackburn, he's got the puck.
Spot check is tricky. You go down on your side like Rem Murray did there. As you see Barnaby pushing Vaborny away. Spot check will go around. Remember, he made the nice pass to Castles for the power play goal. You see Rem Murray being a good team player trying to throw his body in front of the shot from the blue line. But when these defensemen can read it like he did, he moves around, gets a freebie now. Rem Murray did a good job getting up and still forcing with the length of his stick. And Blackburn makes the save on the bad angle shot. A lot more faceoffs in the Rangers zone as we wind down. And the Rangers have won draws all game long.
And Columbus again trying to go forward on the faceoff as Pirietta did there. 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Rangers leading 4-3. Callio across. Grant Marshall. Poti is there. Took a hit from Marshall. LaChance pinched in. Puck to Pirietta. Save Blackburn. Puck loose. And Dvorak's got it. He brings it out. Fired in. Denis stops it. Big save by Dan Blackburn.
That was through traffic. Blackburn made the play without realizing at first where the shot was going. Smart play by Blackburn, and the puck hit him.
Into the Rangers zone. Carpa against Lasse Pirietta. Bure tried to clear it, deflected off of Ray Whitney, I thought, but they ruled it back in the Rangers zone, so Bure put it into the crowd.
Here's that shot by Pirietta, a blaster. And you see Blackburn made the save. All over the place, the Blue Jackets were looking for some type of a rebound shot. Callio 17. Good low shot with a rolling puck. Pirietta there, Sam, cupped the blade of his stick forward to make sure that rolling puck was going to stay down low. Made a real good shot and a good save by Blackburn.
First final of the night. St. Louis has shut out Boston in Boston 4-0.
Freddie Brathwaite, who's coming off a rotten game, comes up with a shutout over Steve Shields.
Good move by Nedved. 3-on-2 Rangers. Nedved for Rem Murray, broken up by Doobie Westcott. Back the other way, Sillinger. Sillinger against Carpa. The back pass to Whitney missed, and Petrovitsky cleared the zone. Westcott has the puck, 2:20 to go. Rangers leading 4-3. Sillinger with a lead for Whitney. Poti ties him up.
Holding the blue line. Holding the blue line.
Here's Whitney looking for space. Westcott across. Drops it off for Nash. Nash checked along the boards. That shot blocked in front by Poti. Malakoff for Petrovitsky. It's out of the zone. Nedved races to it. Nedved. He has Bure. Score! It's a hat trick for Pavel Bure. His first as a New York Ranger. What a play. What a play.
Can he finish? Peter Nedved was out of gas. He was exhausted, but he found enough energy to get to the puck. Moved it across, and with 1:54 to go in this third period, the Rangers lead by 2. Malakoff up ice. Petrovitsky picked his man off. Here goes Nedved. Passes across, and Pavel Bure, making sure he gets the forehand side of the blade on the puck, dives to finish. Petrovitsky made the play there. Nedved now knows, get it across. And Bure reaches, dives, and chips the puck up top. Folks, that's the goal scorer's goal. Doesn't get any better. What a goal that was. Unreal. He was diving forward to get the front-hand side of his blade on the puck and roofed it. And the joint is still standing here, Sam.
What a night for Pavel Bure. 6 goals in the last 4 games.
Oh, baby.
And the fans giving him a standing O.
Sam, as great as that was, the previous goal by Lindros, I think was even a better effort by Pavel Bure, even though he didn't even score it. The energy that he put into that goal was remarkable. To see him finish with this goal is even more remarkable. What a play.
And what did you say the league leaders have, John?
15.
Bure with 3 tonight is now challenging for the league lead. He has 14, 6 in the last 4 games, 7 in the last 8 games.
Hot, 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 baby. He is
starting
hot.
to go. 4-point game for Bure. Nedved with another splendid game. That shot went wide by Huberdeau. Minute and a half to go. Rangers lead 5-3.
A Russian rocket is flying.
Lindros fires wide. Göransson shot blocked in front.
Remember in the second period, I said I'd like to see Lindros take a slap shot from the slot. That's wide. You see that last one?
Shot by Huberdeau, deflects into the corner. Matt Davidson centers, goes through the crease, and Blackburn dives on top. Bure with his 3rd of the game, 14th of the season from Nedved and Malakoff at 18:06, giving the Rangers a 5-3 lead. 3 assists in the game for Peter Nedved.
After the Rangers' last win, Brian Trottier, the head coach, challenged Pavel Bure some. You know, and it was a polite, you know, you're going good, Pavel, but, you know, you can do even more. Watching this game, he's done it all.
Wow.
I mean, he has back-checked, he has forechecked, he killed an icing, which led to a goal. He has scored 3. This is the best game I've seen him play as a New York Ranger, including those ones where he scored a ton of goals last season.
And he brought the fans out of their seats.
Damn, they all stood up here for a good period of time. That was fantastic stuff. This period by Pavel Bure means he's more than just a goal scorer. I saw a lot of stuff from him tonight.
So the Rangers, who let a 2-goal lead slip away, were tied 3-3. Answer with goals by Lindros and Bure again to win it. Less than a minute to go. Puck out of the zone.
Dan Blackburn gave the goaltending a pretty good workout for the Rangers here in the 3rd period. He made some good saves.
John, he's doing the job.
Just getting it done.
7, 4, and 2 in 13 consecutive starts for Dan Blackburn after this one tonight.
35 seconds away from the Rangers getting back to that 500 mark. They'll be Thursday in Philadelphia, an ESPN exclusive. Friday home to Buffalo, and Sunday afternoon home to the Boston Bruins. That'll be 3 games in 3.5 days again.
There's Petrovitsky holding.
He's played well too.
That shot was blocked in front. Final seconds, and the fans at the Garden rise to their feet as they cheer the Rangers. Rangers now 6 wins in their last 7 on home ice. 3 in a row. It's over. Rangers win 5-3, and they are back to 500 for the first time since October the 19th.
And the fans sent something here, Sam. They all stood and cheered at the end. The show by the Russian Rocket tonight, I think, was his best as a New York Ranger. And that includes the goal scoring a season ago. That was a remarkable night at the office for him. Dan Blackburn gets it done, not showing any signs of being wary. And the Rangers have a day off tomorrow, then start another one of those 3 in 3.5 days.
Philadelphia on Thursday night, Buffalo here on Friday night, and then Boston here Sunday afternoon.
The Rangers
Well, they were out to get a 6th win in their last 7 home games, this time hosting the Columbus Blue Jackets. And the Rangers were also trying to get to the 500 mark for the first time since October 19th. This is the way to do it. First period, Radek Dvorak puts one on the net, rebound to Dale Purinton, and he sneaks in from the point. Rangers go up 1-0 on Purinton's 3rd of the season. Bad news for the Blue Shirts, however. Shot from the point by Derek Walser of Columbus hits Brian Leetch in the ankle. Now, it was just a bruised left ankle, but Leetch had to leave the game, did not return. More on that later. Midway through the first, though, Pavel Bure, his shot is wide, but Ronald Petrovitsky feeds it back to him, going to the net, and the Rangers take the lead 2-1 at that stage. Less than a minute left in the period. Off the draw, Bure's blast beats Marc Denis. It's 3-1 Rangers, Bure's 13th, and he wasn't done. Second period, it's a 3-2 game. Petrovitsky with the puck. He's tripped by Roy Whitney. No call. Petrovitsky doesn't like it, goes after Whitney. Keep an eye on the Columbus bench, though. Jody Shelley reaches over to get at Petrovitsky. Now, he could have received the game misconduct, but Shelley was only given 2 and 10. Third period, still 3-2. Columbus on the power play. Andrew Castles drops the puck back, then heads for the net. It pays. Castles scores. Game tied at 3. Third period we go. Rangers on the race for the puck. Bure gets there first, negating the icing, and the crowd loved the hustle from number 9. He gets a big cheer, and then he gets some help. Eric Lindros comes in. They combine to totally outwork and just outmuscle the entire Blue Jacket men that are in the corner. Well, Bure, in the end, comes away with the puck. And you know what? It winds up being a big deal because his shot is saved, but Lindros makes sure the rebound isn't. 4-3 Rangers on the Eric Lindros goal, and the Rangers are back in control. Under 2 minutes left, they ended up. Nedved racing, beautiful goal by Bure. How sweet was that? Pavel Bure's first hat trick as a Ranger, number 20 on his NHL career. The Rangers blow a 2-goal lead, but score the last 2 of the game and win it 5-3.
Bure now has 6 goals in his last 4 games, and Eric Lindros, his goal, his 3rd in the last 5. He had 3 goals in the first 22 games. Rangers have won 6 of their last 7 at home after winning only 2 of their first 8. They're at 500 for the first time since the 6th game of the year. Afterward, Bure talked about his sudden resurgence.
Well, I was saying before, sometimes, you score a bunch in a few games, and sometimes you go without a goal. That's a part of the game. And, but I guess to get 50, it's really hard, nowadays. And as I said, for me, most important thing, if team would win.
Each day, yeah, see how it feels. It's not a broken bone, so just take anti-inflammatory and see how it feels from day to day. If you get hit right on a tendon or something that's, every time you move your foot, the tendon moves up and down, so it rides right over the plate, so there's really no place for there's no skin or anything to absorb any of the so it just hit right on the tendon, and it's going to be sore for a while.
Well, with the Dallas Mavericks finally mortal, the Vancouver Canucks entered Tuesday as the hottest team in sports. 10 straight wins, 7 shy of the NHL record set by the Penguins 9 years ago. Tuesday facing the Islanders in Nassau County, and it was Clark Gillies bobblehead night. There's the back view. Here's the front view. One can only hope that's supposed to be a mouthpiece. What did the Hall of Famer think of the honor?
When you're growing up, you dream about playing in the National Hockey League. You dream about maybe having your number retired and possibly getting into the Hall of Fame, but I don't think I ever dreamt about having my own bobblehead. So,
got to admit, looks much better in person. Gillies had to like the result Tuesday at the Coliseum. 2:55 into the first, Michael Pekka. Nifty pass to Aaron Asham. The wrist shot scores. 3rd of the year for Asham, 1-0 Islanders. Scoreless second period, start of the 3rd, less than 4 minutes in there. Sammy Salo, the wrist shot beats Chris Osgood. But we want to show you again because look at the crowd in front. Kenny Janssen, Michael Pekka, both blocking Osgood's view. The screenshot works, 1-1. Islanders had a great chance to go up. Jason Blake, Claude Lapointe, 2-on-1. Blake thinks he has a hole, but he doesn't. Dan Cloutier closes it up. Blake is frustrated. But with about a minute and a half left, there's Radek Martinek. Slips one to Lapointe. The shot is saved, but there's Alexei Yashin to chip it home. That is your game winner. 1:32 left. Yashin's 8th of the year, and the Islanders have snapped the Canucks' 10-game winning streak, 2-1 the final. Fourth straight game in which the Islanders scored only 2 goals, but this time it was good enough because Chris Osgood records 25 saves, wins for the 8th time this year. Aaron Asham's goal, his first in 8 games and only his 7th point in 22, but it was important. Islanders win it 2-1.
You can't use a mobile phone to tell your boss you're running late.
He said 2:45, right?
To tell your client you're stuck in traffic.
Look, where is he?
Or tell your wife your car's broken down.
Temperature dropping rapidly towards this evening. The showers.
Unless
Hello?
the call goes through. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile.
Chevy Chase.
Monday on Live.